guys, I hope you're all doing well. As you can see from the title, today's video is going to be 10 pairs of shoes that I am loving for the autumn winter season. So some of these are recurring shoes which have been in my life for years and I keep bringing back. A couple of them are newbies, and I'm just going to talk you through each of the styles and how I'd wear them, why I'm loving them, etc. And then if there's a previous ways to style video, I'll leave it linked in the cards and in the description box for you, because some of these shoes I've already done ways to style for. Some of them will be coming soon, but I can see off the top of my head, I think there's like 4 or 5 pairs that I've already got videos styling. So without further ado, we're going to get into the video. All of the shoes will be linked down below if possible. One of them is from Primark, so I'll link as similar as I can. But yeah, gonna give you a roundabout tour of my 10 pairs of shoes, and in no particular order. I don't have favourites around here. I'm just gonna grab as I see rather than trying to do it in any kind of order here. Okay, first pair of shoes we have is the biker boot, and these are some shoes that I've had my eye on for quite a while, and I just thought they would be absolutely perfect for the autumn winter season, because not only are they gorgeous, but they're also the kind of shoe that you can wear with like leggings, you can wear with a mini skirt, etc., and they always look really cool. So I've been styling these up quite a lot at the moment with various different outfits. So I've worn them with leggings and a jumper, I've worn them with like skirts and tights, with dresses, etc. And they're really versatile and easy to style. These exact ones are from Ego, and I think they're about £50, but there is similar versions in like H&M, etc. I'll leave a general list down below of like these and similar, because I know that people have different price points, or maybe you want a similar style, etc. But these come in brown as well, and they're just so gorgeous. I love the buckle detailing. I think they're just so, they're a good way to wear knee-high boots without wearing just plain ones. Like I did have some knee-high boots, but I've recently sold them to replace them with like a nice plain pair, because I just feel like I don't have like my perfect knee-high boot yet. But these are definitely a great biker boot, although I do kind of want a more plain version as well, just because I think they're gorgeous. But I've been styling these a lot, and these are definitely a trend piece for 2023, 2024. So I think they're going to be around for at least this season, but I really think they're going to kind of feed into spring and then also through to next autumn winter as well. I just think they're a really great piece that everyone is going to be loving at this time of year. I've seen them all over Pinterest, and if it's all over Pinterest, you know it's about to happen. Next up, we have the Ugg Ultra Low minis, which I got my hands on last year, and I actually got a black pair as well, and I wear both all the time. I really like them. They do come in a few different shades depending on preference. There's like lighter colours and stuff as well, but I absolutely live in these. I do need to give them another little treatment. I'll leave the treatment that I use on my leather and my suede, etc. down below, but these are so long lasting. I absolutely love them. I find them to be a really comfortable fit. I think I got true to size. Yeah, I got true to size, and they're just honestly the best thing ever. I have done a ways to style on these, similar to the biker boots as well, so I'll leave it linked. But these are just a really great shoe if you are looking for something really comfy that you can wear kind of more off-duty casual outfits, or you can wear with your more kind of put together jeans, bomber jacket, etc. It really depends on your personal style, but I've been wearing these in a number of different ways, whether I'm dressing them up or down, and I just think they're a really versatile shoe. Uggs have been around for so long, and I just don't really think they're going anywhere. We used to wear them as teenagers, obviously, when we had like the lower, you know, when we had the ones that are a little bit higher, and then we had the ones that were like almost your knee, and then there was like the ones that were half leg, and then the short. There was so many Uggs back in the day, but I highly recommend getting a pair, even if you want dupes. There is some really great dupes around. Personally, I do think for these specific style of Uggs, it is better to go for the classics. There's so many deals at this time of year, so I'm sure you'll be able to get a bit of discount, but I'll leave some places that you can find them down below. If you're a student, obviously student discount works on some of those places, but I really love them, and I'm so grateful to have them because they are just such a cozy shoe. So like I said, I've got these, I've got a black pair, and then I have a slightly higher dark brown pair, which my mum got me in Australia a few years ago. So they're not like the Ugg brand, but they're really cozy. They've lasted me ages, and I really love them. Next up, we have a slight wild card in my life, and one that I wasn't sure whether I would love. However, I have been reaching for them on the odd occasion, and I just think they are a really classic shoe that I don't really know how to explain them in the best way, but they are a really good shoe for this time of year, and they're definitely a trend piece which I'm thinking is going to see definitely through to like spring, summer. But I didn't personally want to invest in an expensive pair because I didn't know if I'd love them, and also I just think they are the kind of shoe where you don't need to invest in anything too expensive. So it's just the classic Ballet Flats. I got these from Primark for I want to say about £4, and they're just a classic black pair. They typically last fairly well if you don't wear them every single day. I remember having similar to this, if not these, in school, and they didn't last very long because I was wearing them 24/7. However, because I've been styling them on occasion and I'm probably wearing them once a week tops, they're not really getting ruined or anything, like they're staying quite nice. But I've been loving them with like some more formal trousers and then like a nice knit or something. I've also been loving them with jeans and like a chunky jumper or something. They've just been a good little addition to the wardrobe, and I'm actually going to do a ways to style on these coming soon because I think they're a really great shoe to style up. I think it's just, we're all very used to having worn them back in the day. Bit traumatized by the situation of wearing them back in the day 24/7, but I'll give you a little ways to style coming soon. Then we've got my New Balance, which I wear all the time. These are quite a classic dad style, and they're the 608s. I picked these up, well, I say I picked these up. I chose these for my birthday, and James got them for me for my birthday from Office, and I just really liked them. I went into town looking for the classic dad shoes that everyone has. I can't remember the code of the New Balance, but I ended up falling more in love with these because I liked they were a bit more white. The logo and stuff is navy on these, but I just think they're a really classic, simple shoe. They look really good with so many outfits, and to be honest, these have actually replaced my Air Force Ones as my most worn trainers. I really, really like them, and I think they are just a classic shoe, to be completely honest. Super comfortable, and these have already been through the washing machine and they came out looking pretty new. So yeah, really good investment. I did wear these through a pumpkin picking field the other day though, so they are a little bit dirty, so we're going to excuse that, but a really great classic white trainer nonetheless. The next pair of shoes is one that I don't think anyone is going to be surprised that I'm including, and it's my Doc Marten Jadons. I'll leave the cards of my recent videos, so I think I've done maybe 1 or 2 ways to style of them now, and I also did a review of these and the Griffin quads, which I've got too, and genuinely I am obsessed with these. I do need to give them a little bit more leather protect and stuff for this season, and give them a little bit of a clean up and a spruce up, but I genuinely wear these so much. I got them I think in like 2020 maybe, so I've had them about 3 years now, and they are still as new. They feel amazing. I have to admit, I've never really had pain apart from once when I wore these, like that's the only time they've ever blistered, and I always wear the double dock socks, which I'll leave a link down below. They are basically like double lined socks made by Doc Marten. They're about £10, they are kind of expensive, but obviously you only really need like 1 pair, and you basically just wear them with your docs and it stops them rubbing because there's like double lining, so it basically anywhere that it would rub, they've got protection. They're really, really good, and I recommend if you are wearing them in, because I found that when I was first wearing these in, the first probably like 1,000,000 times I wore them, I always wore those socks and I never had any issues, and now I literally never wear them with the dock socks, apart from if I'm going out for like a whole day and I know I'm walking around a lot, then I'll wear them. But if I'm just like popping to the shops or something, I don't bother. But these are a really great shoe. They're very, very chunky, very comfortable, true to size, and genuinely I think chunky boots are just something that is always going to be in style. Every autumn winter, they're always going to come back. They're always going to be a classic, and I'm quite big on timeless wardrobes, and I think for me, these are something that I would always have in my capsule. I know they're not necessarily for everyone, and some people don't like a chunky boot. Maybe you want something a bit more minimal, but for me, these are an absolute classic. And side note slash little bit of a tip, Vinted is always full of Doc Martens, and I think because they hold their quality so well, you can pick them up second hand, and for one, someone else has broken them in, so that's fab, but for two, they're always really good long lasting shoes as long as they've been looked after. So if you are planning to look second hand, just double check with them how they've treated them, etc. Like make sure you can't see any cracks and stuff, and just take them straight to Timpson's or something for a good protection. But I highly recommend getting your hands on a pair and shopping secondhand if necessary, because they are really, really good to get secondhand. Then we've got my trusty Converse. These are a year-round shoe for me. I absolutely love them. I swear by them. I live in them. If you ever said to me what's one pair of shoes I should definitely buy for every season, every purpose, everything, Converse. You can wear them to the gym. You can wear them out and about. You can wear them in summer. Like, they're comfortable. Honestly, an all-rounder that I think everyone needs to own. They are just the best shoe ever. These were actually personalised for me a couple of years ago by Converse. I went to a special event, it was really, really cool, and I put Copper Garden on them because obviously that's what my accounts used to be. So I still have a little slice of Copper Garden in my life, and I absolutely love them. I have to admit, I have considered getting the platform version of these, but I don't want to buy them and spend the money if I don't need to, because these are still in absolutely great nick. I wear them all the time. I went to Australia and New Zealand for an entire month earlier this year, and this and one other pair, maybe 2 other pairs of shoes are the only ones that I took. I think I had these, I had my Adidas trainers which weren't as comfy, and then I had maybe like one other pair of shoes, but I wore these pretty much the entire time because they're just so comfortable and they go with absolutely everything. I actually don't think I've done a waist style for these, but I need to because I wear them a lot. Then we've got loafers. I have had these for probably about 3 or 4 years as well, and I love them. They don't get worn as much as some of the other shoes, but I do really like them for certain outfits. I think they're great. These ones I do need to put new insoles in because I find them a little bit roomy, but once they've got insoles in, they're perfectly fine. And they're actually from H&M, would you believe? And they've lasted me a really, really long time. They're just like a nice chunky pair. I'll link some similar ones down below because they don't do this exact style anymore, but they have got some similar, and I honestly just love them. They're so comfortable. I love the chunky sole. They're kind of giving that like Prada dupe when everyone used to buy the Prada loafers back in the day, which to be honest, I kind of wish I'd bought because I do wear these a lot and I think that they would have been a good investment. However, these ones are about £25 and they've lasted me years as well, and like they genuinely still look pristine condition. They're so good. And to be honest, I highly recommend H&M shoes. I always think they last quite a long time. Lots of my boots are from H&M and I just think they're really, really great, especially for things like boots and chunky shoes. They do have the odd ones that I maybe wouldn't recommend as much, but for the most part, all the boots that I've bought have always been really long lasting. So recommend having a little look. But yeah, can't beat a pair of classic loafers, especially when it comes to the slightly more like dressed up outfits. So if I'm going a little bit more smart casual, they style really well with like jeans and a nice white t-shirt and a blazer or something. Equally with like tights and a cute skirt. They also work really well for the office if you just pair them with like some nice tailored trousers and a shirt or something. Really, really good pair of shoes, and I would highly recommend getting your hands on a pair because these are very much a timeless piece. They're never going out of style and they're just something that comes back year upon year. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a bit of a recurring theme with the fact that a lot of these shoes have been in my life for quite a long time. The only fairly new ones are the New Balance trainers, which I got this year because I needed to replace the Air Force ones. The biker boots are new and the Ballet Flats. So far that's all that's new, and then in front of me there's only one other new pair of shoes. Everything else has been in my life for quite a while, and like I said, I'm quite a timeless person. Like my wardrobe is very timeless, it's very classic, it's very effortless, and I like to know that everything in there is like a long-lasting piece. So things get worn quite a lot. You might notice if you haven't seen my social media before, I highly recommend having a little look, and you'll see that I do tend to wear the same pieces on repeat because I think that having a wardrobe that's smaller, more curated, but everything kind of goes with everything is a lot better than having like a bazillion pieces that don't go with anything else. Granted, I am wearing this jumper, which is kind of hard to style, not gonna lie, but I actually got this, it's from House of Sunny. I got this for £30 on Vinted, and these are usually about 120. And my thought for this was just wearing it in like spring or autumn, and I can just pop it with like jeans and a white top, or like, you know, there's various different ways that I could probably put it on, or like I could literally do it up and wear it with tailored trousers and some nice boots or something. But I just thought it was really nice, and I've had my eye on it for quite a while, so I thought I'd invest. Well, kind of invest. £30 is kind of a lot for a second-hand jumper, but also when you think about the fact it's like 120 brand new, it's not that bad. Next up, we have a pair of dupes that I am completely obsessed with. I don't think I'll be going out and buying the real thing because, to be honest, I bought the dupes thinking that I couldn't get my hands on the real ones because they're always out of stock, and then I just thought, you know what, these dupes are so good I don't even need the real thing. Like, these are actually a fairly good dupe. But this is what they look like. So they're dupes of the Ugg Tasmans, and these are actually from Ego, and I think arguably they look pretty similar. The only thing that's different is the sole is obviously not as good as the Ugg soles, but they've even copied like the print and stuff, and I just think they're so comfortable. No one really cares if you're wearing a dupe. Like, I personally never look at someone's feet and think, oh, they're fake. Like, I think it's all about preference. It's what you can afford, and to be honest, you don't need to be spending £100 on shoes if you're not going to get the wear out of them. So I think sometimes things like this are a really good idea, but these are just the classic Tasman style in a dupe, and they were £30. They do also have in Ego, which is where I got these ones, various different versions of like the colorways. So I will leave down below the real Uggs if you fancy those, and I'll also leave the dupes of these ones as well because they are a really good copy. But yeah, they're just a really comfy shoe. Again, super easy to style. I recently did a ways to style of them that I'll link, and I just think they're a great classic shoe. Then second to last, we have my Vans, which I actually bought on Vinted for about £6, I think. They were very inexpensive. They were a little bit grubby, but I chucked them in the washing machine. They've come out pretty new and they do get a lot of wear actually. I wear these quite often and I've wanted these for so long, like genuinely since I was about 16 I've wanted a pair of these, but I always thought they were just really expensive. In fact, they're like £40 for these. So when I found them on Vinted, I was pretty chuffed, especially considering the price was so good, and I feel like they've made a bit of a comeback. Hailey Bieber's been wearing them, she's been bringing them back into style, and to be honest, I just think preference wise, like these aren't necessarily something that a lot of people will wear, but they're something that I would wear a lot, so I thought I'd get my hands on some, and I really love them, and I'm chuffed with the fact they cost me £6. I wear these with basically the same outfits that I would wear like my Converse and stuff with, and they go with pretty much everything that I've got, and I just absolutely love them. And then last but not least, we have this pair of shoes which I've had since about 2018, and I love these. I got them from Mint Velvet, and it's not somewhere I would typically look for shoes. However, they do have really great shoe collection, and I think if you're looking for some high quality, affordable shoes, definitely look there. So these are just leather little pointed toe Western vibe boots. Absolutely love them. The heels are really good height, they're pointed, and they just fit like an absolute dream. I personally quite like the fact that these aren't so chunky, because it means that I can wear them with different things to what I would wear like my dogs with or whatever, and they just fit really nicely. They go really well actually with like dresses, so I tend to wear them a lot with like summer dresses in summer obviously, or in spring, and then I also tend to wear them quite a lot with more like smarter outfits. So if I'm wearing like a, say for example, like a bodysuit with a blazer with some jeans, I put these on to smarten it up a bit, or you know, with like satin skirts and stuff as well, they look really cool. So yeah, highly recommend a shoe like this if you are looking for a good investment boot that goes with everything. I know not everyone wants to have like 50 different pair of boots for different occasions, but if you're looking for a good all-rounder, I would highly recommend something like this. And to be honest, they're just an absolute classic. I love these. All year round they get bought out, and I just think they're a great classic shoe. But that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing my 10 pairs of shoes that I'm absolutely loving for this time of year. As I say, a lot of these get bought out year upon year. If you've seen my videos before, you already know this. All of my outfit inspiration videos tend to have the similar kind of vibes in them, and honestly, they're just really great versatile shoes. Again, really recommend looking on places like Vinted if you're on the hunt for some shoes. You can find some great quality ones on there, and sometimes they just need a bit of a scrub or to be chucked in the washing machine to look good as new again. So highly recommend having a little look. All the links to the shoes that I've got will be down in the description box, alongside some similar alternatives. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more from me, and hit the notification bell, and you'll be told every time I upload. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.